Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is Faceoff number 14, and we will be taking a look at these. They're both within date, so let me start by saying Grizzly Fine Cut Winter Green is still in production, if you can find it. So the funding, shipping, and sourcing of this product is all thanks to one person, and he is Preston Vermillion. Preston Vermillion got these for me. The Levi Garrett is right at the end of its date, but still a lot better than what I can get around here. And this is actually still in the middle of its date, somewhat surprisingly. We're going to take it over to the desk, take a quick look at the packaging and the product inside. Basically, the deal with this one will be, how close are they to being the same? With that, we'll take it off the desk. I do want to draw attention to the two links in the description. The Patreon is the more important of the two. I thank you for your consideration. Off we go. Not the stop button, though. Oh, my God. Okay, so we are here. Okay, so they are both American Snuff Company products. They are both metal lids on plastic cans. The Grizzly base color is sort of a metallic OD green. All right. This one does obviously have the new image on it compared to the last time I dealt with this product. And the Levi Garrett, as you can see. Out of the two, aesthetically, Levi Garrett for me personally, but I don't have any issue really with either of them. On the back, we're just going to run around to see. So the the Grizzly Fine Cut Winter Green is 62% U.S. tobacco and 38% imported. Whereas it's a slightly higher count, 70% U.S. tobacco and 30% imported on the Levi Garrett product. Look, at the price point of both of these, obviously the Levi Garrett is the higher priced product in most markets. So it makes sense if maybe they had a higher U.S. domestic tobacco count in it. But the pricing of both these products now, and the fact that their main competitor is 100% U.S. tobacco all the time, just says to me that they sort of need to step up the game there, or they need to make some outward, I don't want to say press release because they probably can't, but some outward showing of as to why they're using foreign tobacco to the extent they are. So that is the side banding for those that have these slotted still. K4 is the date on that. So doing quick math in my head, I believe that is October. This review is being done for the record, although it probably won't be released until later in January. Tonight is the 30th of December 2024. That is the branding to show the difference. And this one is a little farther out, but we are looking at F4, so we're right at end of date on this one. That said, I've been dealing with a lot older of this, and this stuff, the moisture content is real high. So I have yet to run into anything that has dried out. And to tell you the truth, with this product, I'm not quite sure if that's possible or how long that would take if it was. So we're going to open them both up. And these cans, this is a good thing and a bad thing. The good part is this is probably why this is staying at the moisture level it is indefinitely, seemingly. But getting them off is like, even I'm having to apply pressure to get my thumb under there. I don't like fighting to get into products, and that is what you're looking at for that. So let me show you the lid. So as you can see, and this is the question in my mind, technically if we are to go by their domestic foreign counts or percentages, they are two different products. If we are to believe those percentages, it has already been proven by looking at the percentage that they're two different products. But the wintergreen snuff, as you can see, isn't really a snuff cut. It's not Skull Original, which is definitely a snuff cut. It's sort of a fine cut. So we will put this over here, and we will open up the Grizzly. This, when I originally reviewed it, was like the surprise of whatever year that was, because this product was a sweet Grizzly product, and yes, you heard that correct. But that also makes me wonder how far these are different, because this is very sweet and it's obviously a fine cut, and this is the only sweet Grizzly product, period. And it is also a fine cut, and the flavor is the same, obviously. So let's see how this lid goes. Oh my! It is spreading a little bit easier, though. And that is what you're looking at there. Levi Garrett, Grizzly. So we'll pull a little bit out of each. I'm going to use tweezers just so I don't obstruct the view. As you can see, this stuff is like, I don't know if I can start getting it. I have a very small mount on here. You got to understand you're under magnification. You can see how it is staining up the paper towel. I'm going to wipe this off so we don't get any cross-contamination. Look at professional me. And we will pull some of this out. And somewhat as expected, the moisture level doesn't seem to be as high in it. But really, with a Grizzly product, that's not overly surprising or noteworthy even. So, from what I'm seeing here, okay, and I am looking at my screen up here because I am now getting the same magnification that you are. The Grizzly is a drier product, but it seems to me that it might be ever so slightly cut differently. It looks to me like the Levi Garrett Wintergreen Snuff has some sort of snuff cut mixed in with a fine cut. There might be two different... The moisture level's so high, I can't see the smaller stuff being break-offs of the longer strands. This, although there are some bits, is drier and could be break-offs. This just seems like it is, in general, all one cut, and that cut may be slightly longer. So, real close visually, all around, obviously, as you can see from the paper towel here, the Levi Garrett has much higher moisture. It also appears to me, and this could be lighting, that the Levi Garrett product looks like the strands themselves looks lighter. Now, it could be the lighting, but there seems to be some more lighter brown shades going on in there, whereas the Grizzly just looks dark all across the board. With that, we will take it back up top, and I will let you know what I think. And I am back. So, Levi Garrett. This is the one I have more experience with as of over the last year. Now, usually I use the Signature. I buy this every once in a while to sort of mix things up. Comes off as a sweet wintergreen. Now, the Grizzly I have not had recently or smelled. It comes off as a sweet wintergreen, but to tell you the truth, the Levi Garrett has more of a smell coming off it. So let me go with the Levi Garrett first, because I know I'm more familiar with that product as of recent anyway. I've only ever had the wintergreen, the fine cut Grizzly wintergreen. I believe I've only had it once. I don't think I even did that for the short format reviews. Let me check this out. Hold on. Okay, so the Levi Garrett, which I just put in, it is fine cut. You're going to have, if you're not versed in pinching fine cut, you're going to have issue. In the front, like I have it right now. Now, I can move this around the side and whatnot. The only difference now with me with fine cuts and snuff, when I'm out working and whatnot, which is when I usually use them, I don't care. I just pinch it. If stuff falls, it falls. I do find it a little bit of a different experience trying to take care of it in a dress shirt and a blazer. So it's a sweet wintergreen. There is some mouthfeel. It's not overblown. It's not like Grizzly wintergreen or Grizzly wintergreen long cut. Nicotine is definitely there. The nicotine is nowhere near close to the Levi Garrett Signature Snuff, which is a natural. That very well may be the highest nicotine American Dip product now. I am not convinced at all that Kodiak Wintergreen holds that record anymore. There's burn around the side, and I've been dipping around the side all day. So it's going to sort of depend on, what you normally use and whatnot. But there is a slight burn there, but it is not like over the top. If that's your thing, if that's what you're looking for, this may be a little bit lacking. The wintergreen also is sweet. There is a lot of flavor, and the nicotine release is quick along with the flavor due to it being a fine cut, or according to American Snuff Company, a snuff cut. And with that, I'm going to pause it, and we will take a look at the Grizzly product. Okay, and I am back, and we are moving over to the Grizzly Fine Cut Wintergreen. On second take, it doesn't seem as sweet. Now, in relation to this, right now, it may not be as sweet as a Levi Garrett. That said, it's way sweeter than anything else from Grizzly, and at the time, since I had just gotten done basically doing all Grizzly products, it really stood out. So here we go. It's a little bit easier to pinch, which leads me to believe that the cut is more standardized at a fine cut. It is probably one of the higher moisture level Grizzly products. The burn is significant. It is a significant wintergreen burn on the inside of the lip, much more than the Levi Garrett product. It's still sweet. It by Grizzly standards, within the Grizzly brand, I don't think anything else is as sweet as this. Not the straight. This is the sweetest Grizzly product. And at the time when I originally did this review, which I may have, that may be linking. All right. I will try to link 2 videos, one of each of these. I mean, it was really in my face that, wow, this is Grizzly? This, you know. Now, compared to the Levi Garrett, I am going to say that it's not quite as sweet as the Levi Garrett. The burn, if that's, wintergreen guys like that, I used to hate it. I don't mind it actually anymore. The burn is much more pronounced with the Grizzly product. Like a lot. I'm getting it on the side. I was dipping over here all day. It's definitely there. So the Levi Garrett is sweeter. The Grizzly has more of a burn. Nicotine-wise, they're probably both about the same. That said, the Grizzly, because of the burn, may register with you as being stronger. So, all in all, between the two, in all markets, the Grizzly should be significantly cheaper than the Levi Garrett product by at least $2, at least. The problem here is obviously that depends on whether you can find the Grizzly Fine Cut Wintergreen. And it is a elusive bear. And seemingly has always been that way. I remember originally I had problems getting a hold of it. Packaging on both, you know, aesthetically, they're fine. Sound packaging. The pro of the Levi Garrett is that it's sweeter and possibly closer to a snuff cut. It's soft. The pro of the Grizzly product is it has significantly more mouthfeel burn, and it is definitely a fine cut, not a snuff cut. The price point on the Grizzly should be significantly lower as well. The drawback on the Grizzly is whether you can find it or not, and that is a serious question. When Preston told me he would be able to get this, I almost was like, you better check the cans on that. You better check the cans, because I don't know anybody that's seen that in like 2 years. And darn it, he was dead on. I mean, it's even the new can design. So, all in all, it sort of depends what you're looking for and what you can find. All right? So, rundown is basically this. Sweeter, mixed cut, leaning towards snuff. More burn, fine cut, through and through. Both packaging is fine. Grizzly should be significantly cheaper. All right? A problem with the Levi Garrett, at least in my area, and I don't want to say this is nationwide, it may very well not be, is that they're constantly out of date. But as far as my own personal experience goes, being out of date might still trump never having seen it in my area. Okay? Nicotine-wise, I'm pretty sure that they're probably comparable. But because of the mouthfeel, the Grizzly product may register to someone as being, oh, this is stronger. All in all, The interesting aspect to me, and part of the reason why I wanted to do this face-off, is that they would appear to actually be two different products. Now, they may be, very close. The longer fine cut strands in this may be being used in this, but they would appear flavor-wise, burn, possibly nicotine, and definitely looking at the cuts and the color of the tobacco, it would seem like these actually are two different products. And that was going to be, that's why this face-off is being done. So really, at the end of the day, that's all the information that I can supply you. It's sort of up to your own personal tastes. But either or, I would check out, unless you hate wintergreen. And if you were going to try to get into or wanted to experiment with, a fine cut or a snuff cut, both of these would serve that purpose, either or again. All right? So this has been Face-Off 14 of Levi Garrett Wintergreen Snuff and Grizzly Fine Cut Wintergreen. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. I do thank you for watching. As always, do take care of yourselves, and God bless.